Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be my showcase of Alexa Bliss, Goddess Eternal. She's got the whole camping vibe here, and just spoiler, Alexa's awesome. She's a S plus tier defensive powerhouse. She has like 3 or 4 different unblockable move sets. Just a ton of stuff that she can do. Modern era defensive powerhouse. Zombie Link. Any color moves, starting MP reduced by 2. Year of the Zombie, any color moves start with 5 more MP. Modern era gems do 5% more damage. The stock Goddess Eternal gear. Her coach is Steamboat on steroids. Trap gems do 200% more damage. Moves that generate trap gems will create 3 more traps. This is an incredible coach as well. It's just Steamboat like amped up. Really strong coach. So a big fan of the coach. And yeah, what else? I don't believe she has any kind of hot tag mechanic, so no hot tag. Strap, we're just using a 100%er with Fury 2s, nothing special, blah blah blah. Strap in, this is going to be a fun one. She's awesome. Really good. So let's get started with the first moveset. Monkey Paw, 5 MP yellow, 546k damage and gain 10 red MP. ZDT, 523k damage at 5 red MP. Make 34 random gems into 2-turn countdown gems that will deal 1.3 million. That's unblockable damage. And make 2 random gems into yellow. So we have 34 countdown gems here at 1.3 million apiece. And that tracks to 44.2 million unblockable damage before anything else happens. And now we got our finisher. Banshee Tilt-A-Whirl, deal 1 million damage, increase your yellow gem damage by 125% for 1 turn. Then finisher, 1 million damage and decrease your countdown gem timers by 2. So yeah, this is going to be pretty strong. Let's get out here, take a look-see. Entourage, we got the wrong entourage loaded because that's how I roll. We are going to use 2 yellow MP trainers. So Hall of Fame Ron for 40%. And then we got 45% and 2 yellow MP from a John Chenna showboat there. 40% rainbow and 40% yellow. If you don't have him, Brett is 35%. It's minimal difference, right? So don't panic. There's 30%ers. It'll make almost 0 difference. I mean, a little bit, but not much, right? So we're going to be going against Jade here. She's got a lot of health, so that's beneficial. And yeah, let's check this out. So we're going to fill the MP, right? Monkey paws. All right. Excellent. That fills the red MP. Then we're going to do the ZDT. Pretty straightforward animation so far. So this does 44 million unblockable plus whatever else we end up doing. In this case, that would be 32 million gems. So 78 million total with nothing special, right? It's rather good. Okay. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what's better than 44 million unblockable? Well, let's get a bunch of unblockable. So less gem damage here, more unblockable, same moveset. We're just going to change the trainers up. Obviously, you can throw a yellow Royal Rumble on this, right? And it's going to hit super hard. Just a ton of options with this loadout. You could use a Judgment Day if you felt like draining them. You know, it's really just kind of whatever's clever, right? Whatever you feel like, basically. And then since both of these are 5 MP, they're loaded with no Santa needed, right? Now we're going to do 49 gems at 1.3 million unblockable each, which is 63.7 million unblockable. And then blow up the board. So these would both be loaded after 99 MP, so chuck your countdowns, right? Fill it up. Chuck your countdowns again. Boom. runs into a 90 million pin, again with no plates and nothing special, right? So, okay, they're both really, really good. This one's obviously faster, and that's with, no plates. Of course, there is a countdown plate, and there is the yellow Royal Rumble that we can run with these. So let's just go back and let's put the hard times, which adds 100% yellow. If you don't have hard times, then just use Z plate. Hard times is going to give you 100% more yellow gem damage, right? Like I said, you could add the yellow Royal Rumble. She's going to hit super hard with that. We'll stick that on after this, just for fun. So yeah, let's see what we do here. Did I change the trainers? I think I did, right? Well, let's find out. I can't remember. I might have forgot. Of course not. So this is a weaker version than she would hit. So I'll have to change the trainers and run it again. I mean, actually it's weaker, whatever. It's still gonna be a lot. 76, right? You're gonna probably hit like 80, 85 million. It's whatever. It just is. I mean, it's plenty, right? Before even adding a rumble, so she's good. And this is the first moveset I'm showing you guys, so just let that sink in, right? Just let that sink in. This is the first moveset I'm showing you. Let's just go back to this. So now, of course, you double it up, you get double the boosted buff, right? With this countdown plate. And you get double the unblockable. So, yeah. I'm assuming this goes over probably 100 million? Maybe 110? $104. I haven't played her with plates yet, so she doesn't need them at all. She's really good. So her variety is actually what super appeals to me. The fact that all of her movesets are really good. I mean, whoever designed this one kind of just killed it. Like every single moveset just is so good. Which, I mean, they kind of have to do because Julia's out there, right? Julia's very strong. So this is with the yellow Royal Rumble and the double up. Check your Facebook Messenger, you got a message. While we're at it, Alexa, play Baby Shark. Sorry, not sorry for anyone that got. Let's see what this hits for. This is probably going to be a metric crap ton. I don't know, maybe we'll get to 200. Nah, 170 I'm going to say. I'm going to say 170. 200 seems way too aggressive. 170. Ah, not even close. 137. Talk about overestimation on my part. Not even ballpark. Wow, I suck. All right, now let's do the faster version for you guys. This should go well over 100 though. Okay. We need this right loadout and shampoo. Okay. You of course could two-click this too, right? And this would be the way to do it so you can avoid MP up, to be honest, with double red MP trainer. I mean, 111 million, right? You double red MP trainer that, 100 million, 2 clicks. You're not worrying about reversals, right? So that's really the money for that build. And I mean, it's so good. I can't really pick a favorite with her moveset, to be honest. Let's move on to the unblockable and silence build. This is absolutely freaking ridiculous, by the way. It's bananas that she has all of these movesets. But wait till you see what this one does. All right. So we're moving 2 new movesets in. Fatigued Body Slam. 5 MP yellow, 556k damage, make 41 random gems into silence gems. Wait for it. Then deal 556k damage and 45 million bonus damage. That's unblockable for every player turn that has passed, including current turn, for up to 10 turns. Just imagine tagging her in Showdown, for example. Just let that sink in. I mean, maybe we eventually get Lady Titan. I mean, 45 million for every turn that passed is not nothing. Anyway, finisher. 10 MP, deal 1 million damage plus 275k bonus damage for every silence gem. Then finisher, deal 1 million damage and make 49 random gems into yellow gems. Pin the opponent. She's good. She's really good. So we're going with Kofi and all the silence trainers, 100%, 60%, 50%, right? So it's all loaded, all good to go. We're doing this. The unblockable on this moveset alone is just crazy. Let me remove the yellow Royal Rumble, the plates, etc. We're going to run out of chip currency in the middle of this, and I'm going to have to grab some. That's annoying. I should have just filled it up before the preview. Before the showcase. So no plates. Yeah. He was free. Rosie's, I think most people should have Rosie. Cody's the hardest trainer here. None are super hard. But let's run this one with no plates and see what this one does. It's good. It's quite good. So you have by default the 45 million unblockable, right? And then we're going to do 852,000 per 41 silence gems, right? Times 851k. That's 34 million unblockable in the silence damage, right? Plus the 45 million on the move, right? So like, yeah, that's like 82 million unblockable between the two, and then you break some gems as well, right? Just, I mean, it's good. It's very good. Yeah, strong like bull. Just watch this. I mean, this just wipes out most of Jade's life. And now we just hit the finisher, which takes care of the rest of it. And then, oh, let's just tack some gem damage on for the fun of it. Why not? Also notice it's 41 silence gems. So you know what that leaves exact room for. Obviously by design for the anniversary plate to fit. I mean, like, dear goodness, this one is impressive. So, yeah, I mean, let's just, why not? I mean, she doesn't need it, but why not? Why don't I just type silence in and use this great filter? Whenever you make 8 plus silence gems, make 8 multiply gems of strength 8. And I'm just not even going to put multiply trainers on because I'm leaving that unblockable. That's just my opinion, right? You get her, you can do what you want. I would leave the unblockable for the silence. I'd just rather have that personally. Well, just enough room. And now let's make them all yellow. So Jade's already done. And we haven't even got to the gem damage portion, which was 22 million. So now we're at like over 100 million total with like 80 some million unblockable. And then you can just put the out of control plate on her for 100% more gem damage. So why not? I mean, clearly she needs it. I guess I'll just type silence in again. Right. So this gives us 100% more gem damage because we're making silence gems. Redonkulous. Absolutely crazy. So like I said, Julia's incredible. Julia has 2 awesome movesets. Julia has gear, moment, like a lot of great stuff. This is so many movesets, and we're still not done. Like, Alexa just hits crazy hard with everything. Yeah, 31 million gem damage, so whatever. I mean, like, calm down, Alexa. Okay, moving on to the next unblockable moveset. Moves we all haven't seen. Look at how difficult this trainer setup is. Other than, I mean, what's his butt here? Ray Phoenix is difficult, to be fair. But he doesn't add that much, and we can use woods as well, which I will show you guys as well. So 2 3 MP moves and a 1 MP move. Okay? And this is where we talk about her skill plate and what it does that I don't have yet at the time I'm recording this. Her skill plate, whenever you make, I think it's 6 trap gems, it's a Tama plate, but for black gems. So, that will hit ridiculously hard with this moveset, but you don't even need it. Her 1 MP move, yes, 1 MP, deal 1 million damage and make 49 random gems into black gems. Holy crap. 3 MP black move, putrid form, smash, 544k damage, make 25 random gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, steal up to 1.6 million health. If broken by you, deal 1.5 million damage, also unblockable. Then deal 250k bleed damage to your opponent for 3 turns. The bleed is also unblockable unless they have an anti-bleed strap. Rotting dropkick, 538k damage, make 12 random gems into multiply gems of strength 8. While being submitted, it's a reversal. Break submission, deal 538k damage, and deal 30 million bleed damage to your opponent for 2 turns. Yeah, if they sub you, they're dead. Very dead, like completely dead. The MP charge is 3, and you have all of this unblockable damage. So 25 at 1.5 million, right? Times 1.5. That's 37 million unblockable, and then you just stack the bleed up on top of it, right? So for this one, I'm going to maximize traps, right? So 3 trap gems from Brutai. Bleed, 75% more bleed, and 2 black MP. That gets us charged completely with just Raquel and improves the bleed. And then Ray Phoenix does 100% bleed. It brings it to 687,000 per bleed. And then Steamboat for more trap gems, right? But we can replace this with King Woods. And you'll see it's not that much less. I will run it with both. Or maybe I won't, I'll just show you. So from 687k, excuse me, to 562k, we have 30 trap gems, right? So 30 times 562, that's 16 million for 3 turns, right? With Woods. So it bleeds out for 3 turns, 16 million a turn. And then with Ray Phoenix, it's 30 times 687k, 20 million for 3 turns. So 60 million in bleed over the 3 turns. And then the 30 times 1.5 million is, what is that? Like, is that 45? 30 times 1.5? Is that, yeah, 45 million unblockable. So with this setup, right out the gate, you're doing 45 million unblockable and then 20 million bleed before the player takes a swipe, right? So that's 65 million. Player swipes 85 million. Player swipes again 105 million. If they kick out, obviously you don't do the subsequent bleeds, right? And that's just from this. So you can actually pretty much just 2-click this with the bleed this way, and you know you're good to go. You can obviously put the anniversary trap plate on with this. There's enough room, right? And this is the bleed focus build. I'm going to run this with a multiply focus build, and obviously you can run all 3 moves, right? As well. So let's just go play it now. You can run Barber's Blades on it. You can run It's a Trap on it. You cannot run anything on it, right? So I'm just going to show you what I mean before we chuck the multiplies, right? So just watch. Jade's at 75 million. And I'll slow this down to 1.25. So 75 million. We hit the move. Here comes the first bleed. She goes down to 600. And the second bleed drains, right? So she had 600k left from 75 million. So we did like 74 million damage with the two moves. And then 94 on the subsequent one. So unless they kick out on one swipe, that's 74 million, or yeah, 94 million damage with one move. And even more on the last tick, right? It's just, I don't really know what to say other than it's really great. The plates on obviously are doing nothing. It's silence plates, so they do absolutely nothing. Now let's run it and show you guys the gem damage with it. With the multiplies, with the bleed focus, right? And then we'll run it with a multiply focus. I suppose I can up the speed now, huh? So obviously those fill right in. And now we're still doing that same amount of bleed damage, but now we're getting way more gem damage because of the multiplies to the tune of 20 million. So 65, first tick goes for 85 million, second tick 105, third tick 125 million, right? Just, it's kind of bananas. All right, so this is the multiply focus set. This is Whaley, no doubt. This is an S+ card. We've had tons of not Whaley builds. So let me just show you this one as well. Apologies for the Whaliness. Obviously, if you don't have Leo, you're just substituting any zombie. Same thing with Howdy. And it really doesn't matter, right? So Mosh is key, right? We want to make a bunch of multiplies, add one to their strength. And then we're going to go with Priest for 2 black MP. He gets it loaded. And to multiply, bigger. So now it's 17 times 11. Leo makes this into a ridiculous 17 times 14. And then we have Howdy making 48 gems total, 25 traps, 23 multiplies, times 14 strength. Right? So now imagine this with the plate adding 300% black gem damage. So we're still doing, what is this, like 34 million unblockable. We're still dealing bleed, but now we're doing all this gem damage on top of it. It's just, and this again is going to be no plate damage, right? And you don't, honestly, you can 2-click this later on when you add plates. You don't need the traps, which I will show you in a minute. So you won't need the unblockable. You can just 2-click with the multiply and the chuck gems. So here comes the unblockable and 56 million gem damage as well. So that's like 90 million right there with no plates. Like I said, dial it back without Howdy, without Seth, it's still way more than enough. Just how long do you want this video to be, really, kind of, at a certain point? Because she's stupidly good with anything. You can't really come up with a bad moveset for her, right? You can kind of just throw darts at the board, and if something's gonna stick, right? Okay, so let me show you how I would 2-click her if I had these trainers. And this is, even when her plate comes out, I would rather go the 2-click route for feud if it hits hard enough with less reversals. Because keep in mind, there's a fair amount of trap reversals, right? There's not a small amount, and then there's a fair amount of multiply reversals. So trap plus multiply, not fun. If you played EO with her build with the MP up as well, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I do think most people will like this build the most because it kind of stands out with the damage. Personally, I think I'm kind of all in on the Silence Gem build myself, but that's just me. So what I would do, and since I don't have her plate, this would be the next best plate in quotation marks, but I would actually run this plate anyway, get 100% from the multiplies, and we're going to ignore the traps. And instead of a Barber's Blade, I'm running a Queen's Tiara is what I would do. For 50%. Now we're getting 150% more gem damage with the multiplies. This is only if you have the Whaley trainers though, right? These Whaley trainers, then you can run it this way. Doesn't need an MP trainer. Super nice. Now you're just worried about multiply reversal because we're just chucking the multiplies and then chucking the gems. Right? Pretty straightforward. Of course, you can bring the trap move with you, and then if it's somebody that doesn't have a trap reversal, then you can use it if you want to hit harder. And that's right around 80 mil, which I think is enough, right? But I do think I prefer the silence build over that. Now, if you want to go like full kind of ham, hog wild with the new plate adding 300%, you throw the traps and hit the multiplies. I mean, it's going to be, I bet she, I don't know how much, but a lot. Like, a lot. And then you would use the Barber's Blades with that, right? Because you're going to get the unblockable too. You're going to get 75% extra there, 300% from the new plate. And it's just going to be big. You could also use It's a Trap. So let's say you don't have Howdy or Leo. Here, let's do gem damage. Let's just do double zombie. No. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to grab the first two I find. You would want, ideally, you would want Punk for black. Right? But this would be the equivalent of even if you don't have Punk, right? So this is way more friendly. Just assume this is Gunther and Brett, right? It's basically the same. So let's say you have this moveset, right? You're still gonna hit really hard. Now you can use the traps. Now you can use the Barber's Plate, right? Sort of thing. You could use any Royal Rumble you wanted. I would, black with the Barber is minimal, so you could use red Royal Rumble because she's a whatever, But now you get your traps as well. But now you should have room for It's a Trap, right? Which will make up for some of that stuff you're missing. So if you have It's a Trap and you don't think you're going to hit hard enough, you can also run it this way. So we have 17, 25, that's 42. So we're going to get 6 more multiplies, which, maybe not ideal because we don't get all 8, but you are getting some more. It feels like kind of a waste of It's a Trap a little bit to me, personally, but and you would want to do this in the reverse order I did it. No, we still had room. Never mind. I apparently mathed poorly. Or did it cover some of them up? It might have covered some of them up. Let's run this again after we hit this, and I'll do it in a different order. I'm curious what this hits for. 67 million gem, right? Let me do it in a different order. Because when you run out of spots, moves will sometimes overwrite other moves, but plates typically won't. So let me do it in a different order. That was 68 million gem, and then the other stuff going on. Let's chuck the multiplies first, then the traps. And then the traps should fill in the open spots. And then we should get a full board now. Yeah, much better. This should hit harder. Well, at least be unblockable. We might not hit harder because it depends how the stuff overwrote. Yeah, basically the same. but you have more unblockable with it. So you can also do that sort of thing with her. Anyway, there's a ton of different combos, right? You crap ton of stuff to do. So that's enough, for sure. Because I also have to play my showdown and finish up my showdown like really quick on 2 accounts. But that's Alexa. I mean, it's I love this build, right? It's so much unblockable. I also kind of like the 2-click CD build potential with Judgment Day plate with double red, right? But that uses a yellow Royal Rumble, which I don't have a ton of. It just doesn't need anything that I have sitting around. That's my favorite, right? Ladies, it's a 2-horse race. It's her and it's Julia. Julia has tons of unblockable with bleed. She's also got the gear, which is MP gear, moment and stuff going on with Julia, right? So completely just a 2-horse race. Alexa's more versatile, right? Like than Julia even, but no MP gear, which is a thing. But you can run a no needed MP trainer moveset with Alexa too. So I mean, I think I have to give it to Alexa. Trainer wise, they're both really solid. She's really good on Vicaire. But I mean, yikes, 3 extra traps at 200% at coach. That's going to open up some stuff on people that wasn't there before, especially with It's a Trap. If you were 1 short with Steamboat, or even 2 or 3 short with Steamboat, now all of a sudden you use her and Steamboat, you got 5 extra traps. Opens up a lot of stuff with It's a Trap, Tama plate, potential, like that kind of stuff. So I think I'd probably give the edge in the training to Bliss as well. 200% at coach with Generate is awesome. And based on her charges, I'm going to guess the next zombie, one of the next zombies coming is a trainer that adds even extra traps, more traps and more trap gem damage on this move, right? Because if you get a board full of these, when you break it, that unblockable goes way, way up. So I don't know that for sure, but I'm going to guess that we're going to get a zombie, an upgraded like Jinder, essentially, like, or an upgraded, Brutus to put in this slot, right? That's my guess. We're going to get like a generate 4 traps, do 100% trap gem damage or something like that. Or maybe just straight up generate more traps, 4 or 5 or something like that. Wouldn't surprise me. That's a guess. I don't know. We'll see if it happens. Bliss is awesome. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is one I definitely want. I'm also, to be fair, I'm a huge Bliss mark. I think she's insanely underrated in the ring and on the mic. She's always been phenomenal. And she just seems like a nice person outside the ring too. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that helps me out. I hope you enjoyed this showcase. I had a lot of fun doing it. Bliss is awesome, and I want her. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there. And have a great weekend. Probably be a light weekend for content for me as I'm going to do a bunch of stuff this weekend with Mrs. Mherex. So I might pre-record some stuff, but it'll be a light weekend.